Hey guys, it's Stephen and Phil back on FOOTY.COM with yet another kit review for the 2019-20 season. Now we've done all the home shirts in the Premier League, we want to make sure we tick off the rest of the away kit. So we're going today over to Merseyside yet again, but this time it's Everton's away kit, which I know Phil's a big fan of, but we're going to discuss that in more detail. But don't forget, if you are a fan of football kit culture, reviews and all that kind of stuff, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, a very quick question for you guys who watch this channel regularly. What do you want to see us cover in general on this channel when the kits start to die down? Because they're getting that point already now. We're kind of going through the leftovers and all that kind of stuff, and there's still a lot of third shirts to come, but there is about to be a big kind of kit review gap eventually in the coming months. So let us know in the comments below what you want to see covered on this channel. But this is the bit where I hand it over to Phil to talk about Everton's salmon-y kind of interesting coloured living coral, apparently. Living coral.
Not just coral.
Living coral. Anyway, Phil, what do you make of this living coral of a football shirt?
Yep, I think colour name aside, because that is a bit cheesy, I really like this shirt. I do actually think this is one of my favourite shirts in the Premier League, you know, which is a big claim. Obviously, I'm a Liverpool fan as well, so it pains me to say it.
Tell me why.
So for me, I think I really like it when a club has a colour which is tied to the club, to the history of the club, which they bring out occasionally.
See, I've just seen that in the text there.
Yeah,
1890.
And from what I believe, either the first cup or certainly the first. Oh yeah, there you go, the first league title that Everton won. I think coral or salmon or whatever you want to call it was actually their primary colour. It was certainly, you know, it was a key colour. Maybe it was their away kit.
For a team to have that colour back then, I love the boldness of that, because everyone was quite traditional and boring back then. But to have a salmon or coral colour, it definitely wasn't called living coral back then.
No. And
marketing teams weren't a thing.
And as I'm saying that, it might be that it was their away kit, but either way, they had that colour. And actually, Everton have used the same shade or a similar shade for a couple of kits over the years. But what I love is that they didn't overdo it. You know, they've not just been having these shirts all the time. So it's a nice
you're right,
touch.
by the way. Basically, Everton didn't adopt the royal blue jersey until 1901. So this was their colour for a long time.
Yeah. So I think it's really interesting because it is an unusual colour. There's not really a team I can think of that actually use it a lot. So I think that's already a good start. But even regardless of the fact, I quite like the fact that they're using coral. Just from a design perspective, this is really, really good from Umbro. It is the kind of stuff which they've been doing for a few other teams.
Yeah.
But
the two-toe's nice, isn't it, as well?
Exactly. I think there's an extra level of gloss to this as opposed to a lot of shirts. You know, it's sort of great in a different way to the West Ham away, which was much more clean. This is actually got that kind of retro flair with the sort of almost like shadow stripes, which were a big thing in the 90s. And the gradient's really subtle. I love that about the pattern. You know, it sort of looks
can't tell if it's glossy or it's a gradient.
Yes, I think it's just a gradient, but it has that effect, which is really good. Obviously, you know, I love the fact that even the sponsors, which aren't particularly great in themselves, but the fact that they've been incorporated, exactly.
Angry Birds looks okay. I'm used to it now.
Even Angry Birds, like. You know,
I'm still hoping for the day when they have an actual Angry Bird on the sleeve. You know, that's one of the characters.
You know what? I mean, it reminds you of. Well, that reminds you of Norwich's kits, which we obviously talked about briefly. Their sleeve sponsor is a terrible.
What was it again? I've forgotten.
Best Friends, I think. It looks like a knockoff mobile game. But anyway, going back to this kit, really nice that they paired the coral with the navy. So it's just a really, really smart combo.
Yeah, there's a quote there from Robin Dunn, the head of performance at Umbro. He said, "We knew this particular colour would strike a chord with the Everton fans. They have a familiar history of salmon and coral coloured strips. We took inspiration from previous kits and added a twist to the traditional stripes with two-tone diagonal front jacquard." There's a word I've never heard of, and never thought I would say jacquard. Anyway, we'll give it a score then, because I mean, it doesn't strike me because I don't have any sentimental link to this. I'm just seeing a salmon colour kit, so like I don't have that same. I know that you don't, but you're more of a kit.
So that's the thing. So even
I was like, it's just a salmon kit.
And it's funny. I
appreciate the reference though, of course.
Yeah, those words are funny because obviously, again, I'm not an Everton fan.
You're the exact opposite.
It stretches the imagination. Yeah, but as someone who appreciates kits, I think there's something to be said about. You know, every brand always says we're looking to the history or whatever, but actually to do it this way.
One thing I would say, as someone who's not got any, just like that doesn't mean anything to me. It's definitely a very clean, like it's obviously a very accomplished kit. I will say that personally. We'll give it a score. So the home kit we gave. Let me look on our list once again. We gave it a 77. So it was a decent score for the home kit. What are you going to give this one?
Yeah, this one I've beaked it up a bit, and I do really think in comparison to the other kits on this list. This is a rare shirt in the 90s. It is that good for me.
Really?
I think yeah.
Wow.
I really do.
I
like the design.
wholeheartedly disagree. That's gonna be. This is your your new PSV one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's probably similar to the PSV one.
It's a guilty pleasure for you.
It's one of the kits which, again, it's nothing to do with the Fats and Everton kit, of course. But looking past that, I think it's one of those designs. You know, if this was any other team, you know, if this could be a City away shirt,
and I would find it. I'd be totally uninspired by a City away shirt. That's the thing. It's just a very. I
guess think of actually the colour, obviously.
Well, I guess I just
sense.
don't really like the colour as a colour. Like personally, I think it's quite a dull colour. It is. I mean, it is by definition quite a muted colour. Like it's not bright.
Okay.
It's,
it's not vibrant.
It doesn't do anything for this kit really. I don't dislike it. It's just to me, it's not interesting. That's very like to me this is the 70s. You know, so
right. This is one of my favourite shirts this year.
Well, I just don't see it, but go for it.
Yeah, no, I think as I say, it's in the 90s. I mean, I'm gonna hold off from it being a high 90s. Of course, that is, you know, I don't think we're going to see a shirt in that territory. But actually, when I look at this, I prefer it to Arsenal's.
You're so wrong.
I'll stick it at 94. Yeah, I'll stick it at 94.
The best shirt of the season.
It's the best shirt. Well, I mean, West Ham's is close, but yeah, no, it's one of my favourites this year.
Well, you've given it the highest score, so like I bet it wins.
Yeah.
So let us know what you make of that in the comments.
So I'm hoping that provokes a reaction. But
I can't believe how wrong you are. So like, that's mad. The nicest shirt of the season. Wow. Okay, well, Phil's gone there. I'm flabbergasted, as you can tell, but Phil's giving it a 94. Do you agree?
What would be your score? Out of interest? I'd be interested to see where you put.
Let's have a look. Look at the kits because it hasn't. Mid to high 70s.
Okay.
That's what I'd give it for.
Yeah.
That's
the biggest discrepancy.
I just don't think there's anything special about it at all.
Okay.
What's special about the kit, to your opinion?
Yeah, I think special for me is it's a design which to me is perfectly balanced between that kind of.
I don't
90s.
like the colour as well, for what it's worth.
Okay, yeah, no, I think honestly, I think the way the gradient and the stripes has been used, I think is a really, really strong design. It's one of the. I think I haven't seen many designs that have managed to kind of create that retro aesthetic that isn't just a copy of an old kit. So the fact it's unique, using the colour, and honestly, all the details I think are great.
Do Everton fans like this?
You know, that's a good question.
I
can't say I follow many Everton fans.
Yeah,
so I'd like to see. I'd love to hear from any fans.
I'm baffled, but you know, Phil. Well, he's given the scores on the rest list, so that's what it is, guys. Let us know in the comments what you make of that. I can't wait to read the comments for this one. Tomorrow we're going to be back. What else we've got? We've got Madrid away tomorrow because that's another one we've not done yet. Go check out the Everton home kit, which will be on screen immediately if we finish talking as well. For now, though, hit the subscribe button, like, comment, all that kind of stuff. It's Stephen, Phil. See you soon.